around. Okay. There we go. But yeah, Wrath of Cortex had the absolute worst load screens I've ever seen. Until I played Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. And I lost my mind there immediately. I understand it looks beautiful, but it is ridiculous that the load screens last as long as they do. It's, especially on the Switch version. Like, I bought it on the Switch. I'm okay with there being a lesser graphical version of it. I really am, because I bought it on the Switch. So I just want it to load faster. Like, Mario Kart looks good. Oh crud! Well. Make sure you don't do that, home kid. Mario Kart 8 looks great on the Switch. I should know, I've put in 150 hours into it. So, you can look good and also load quickly. Like, it should not, if it takes about 60 seconds to load a level, and it still does after the boost patch, it's not great. Now, as I understand with Wrath of Cortex, the Player's Choice, or the Greatest Hits, I think is the PlayStation label. Those ones actually did improve the load time in those versions, but I did not have that version. Because I bought it when it came out. And, actually, somehow I've managed to play all three of those versions. The GameCube one has the best load screen, but it plays like ass. It has no ability to just have a consistent frame rate at all. And that is most unfortunate, because I like the idea of having Crash on Nintendo consoles. Probably just because for those of you who don't know, growing up in the 90s, console wars were a thing, mostly on the playground, but also like it was a thing. I see a floating Aku Aku mask up there. I don't think I've noticed that before. I think it is. I don't know how I get it, though. Well, I died, so it was just a trick. It's just a siren luring me to my death. I don't know why I thought I needed to get that, but that happened.
What have we got?
Let's see here. Yeah, I miss Crash Bandicoot. I'm very glad that they're doing something with this franchise again, because it was not that it got too bad. Like it didn't have the lows that it didn't have the lows that that Sonic had. Because Sonic really has gone through lows, and I really think Sonic has only survived because the character is as cool as it is, not the legacy of anything that franchise has done with the character. Although I am looking forward to playing Colors next week. I will actually have games to play, which is nice. I have Colors and WarioWare, which I will presumably play both on the channel, and I will enjoy both of those. I didn't really need to do that. I just needed to commit violence for no reason. Yeah, I don't know why. I've never seen that. I guess I never looked for that mask there before. I didn't know there was a mask there. Wherever it is, I can't interact with it though, so it's not helpful. It's just a luring siren. But that definitely is the shadow of an Aku Aku mask there. But yeah, Crash never had lulls. Like, Wrath of Cortex is. It doesn't do anything outside the norm, and outside of the loading screens and the particularly long levels, although Crash 4 also had, like, annoyingly long levels, too. Certainly looking at you, not the one right before Cortex Castle. I can't remember what the name of it is here, but that one's particularly long and particularly a nightmare to get through without dying. But then there was Twin Sanity. I fell down from the bottom. At least I didn't hit the fire, thankfully. But yeah, Crash Twin Sanity. I want to replay that one because I did not have a good positive reaction because it was not what I was looking for at the time. And yet somehow, that game seems like it could be a good time. I'm unclear. I'll take the trade-off for not hitting the fire that I have to come back down here. Yeah, all the music in Twin Sandy is a cappella. And that alone makes the soundtrack amazing. Because it is all just like... And it's just a whole group of people doing a cappella music. And it's glorious, and it also plays very much like a Looney Tune, because like Crash and Cortex get like stuck together and stuff. And it just seems very fun, and I wasn't in the mood for it when I played it, because it was also open world, which was interesting. But it was also very easy to get lost. At least that's my opinion of it. But also, I wasn't super into the 3D sandbox games at the time, like your Mario 64s. So I didn't have the ability to navigate through that space in the same way that I do now. So I probably wouldn't get lost anymore. But I kind of want to see what that game has to offer, because every minute of that game's like a weird, awkward set piece of like something. It's very interesting. They certainly made some decisions, and they just went with it and went with it hard. And I never played any of the other ones. The art style just looked too weird and different, and so I didn't screw around with it. If those are any good, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm just a purist. I didn't get into the concept of the mutants at all. And then Crash just kind of went away for like almost like 6 or 7 years, pretty much. Okay, this is a better one to go for. There we go. Okay. Okay. And like I said, there's one where they're all pushed out, and that's when you go. And there we go. Okay. And this one is just go for it when you can. There we go. Okay. And then this is where I fell the last time. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I just got hit by the bats last time. That's what it was. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yep. Okay. Just wait for them to go. Okay. And up in the bonus world we'll go. That's not the words I was going to say. But also the things I was going to say were not helpful. So we'll just go through it. I appreciate very much the fact that they reduced the boxes to 5. Although I still fell down there. If they were 10, those would have been a nightmare to break through. Okay. Just a lot of nonsense. I mean, they're fun, but I mean that's just nonsense there. That's like where more than like 80% of the boxes in the level come from. I know that's not how actual math works. Okay, so then we just have one of these. Like I said, just the key to those is just being light on your feet. Just hit that button right away. Almost like hitting the subscribe button. Hint, hint. I'm just kidding. I never want to have that relationship with you. Oh no! No, it's because I greeted. Oh, it's because I begged. It's because I begged. It was karma. It was karma. Okay, we're gonna cut away here, and I'm just gonna get through this here. Okay, I think we're at a good point here. Welcome back to 3 lives later here. We are just at the end of the level here, and this fucker's waiting for us, so that's great. This is right about the point last time where where karmically I begged for your attention, and the universe punished me. So I don't know what to say all about that other than just I've learned my lesson and I won't beg anymore. Okay, now that I'm past that, I will absolutely beg. I guess it's just open up on their own. That's interesting. Well, I'll grab them. Free Wampa fruit. I also am never going to die ever. I have too much Wampa. I have too many lives at this point. They really threw them at you in the early game here. Some levels are a little bit trickier, but so far we have more than enough lives. I feel like 3 has the best. Maybe 2. 2 has some actively tough levels. This one, the only tough thing here is just not getting through with dying. This one we can do right away though, so we may as well do it here. We'll go back to the first island and get those gems later on in the playthrough here, because there's not a particular need to go back and do that right at this moment here. The only thing tricky about here is that some of the depth can be a little trickier. But we don't have to get through this without dying, so if we do die, it's not the end of the world. It certainly won't warrant a pause in the action. Not that I really need to do a pause, I just, you know, like, I don't know how compelling it is to watch me fail over and over again. Watching my dad fail over and over again was very compelling, but I mean, you know, that's more just of a relationship I have with my dad, of watching him fail was, humorous to me as a child. He was certainly the he certainly did the dad thing where you'd where you would just basically, for lack of a better term, like the Homer Simpson, just kind of like the goofy dad thing. That was kind of his claim to fame. He says he was one of the gifted kids in the school. He grew up in Sterling, Illinois, so which is basically Western Illinois is basically the South. Now there's anything wrong with that, I want to make that clear, but certainly I knew I was smarter than my dad when I was 5 years old, so somewhere along the way with me asking about why pictures were in black and white, and you know, like his response was, you know, his response was genuine enough, like, you know, okay, there we go, there's a response. Okay. His response was just the world was in black and white, and so that's why all photos were in black and white. And, you know, a fairly innocuous thing to say, but it was in that moment I knew I would defeat my dad intellectually very quickly, and I did. Okay, there we go. I didn't think there was a box there, but it respawned. Yeah, so classic follow the Wampa fruit, or follow the coins and get something cool with that. Although we did manage to fall off there, not the worst thing in the world. And yeah, I missed the timing there. These things take forever to respawn. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, bats only seem to hurt you when you're jumping. Yeah, I mistimed it. Alright. Well, that time I just ran off the edge. Yeah, oh yeah, it's fine. I don't need the Akuako mask to get through this. I just kind of need to just power through. I always really like the aesthetic of these levels. And they kind of reuse this aesthetic in Crash 2 a little bit. It's a little different, but Crash 2, they certainly had the formula refined a little bit more. I feel like it is the best balance of difficulty. Some of it borders on frustration. Looking at Piston It Away, for example. Come on. Oh, great. I got a pity mask. Yay. I don't know why I keep overshooting it. Well, I have a, so yeah, the game will, when the game feels bad for you, it'll give you a pity mask. Yeah, I'm trying to get a timing down where I don't hit the bats and I can just plow through. Probably the answer is just go straight ahead, and I've been hesitating a little bit. no, there we go. There's no real catches on those sides there, so yeah, it's very easy to misjudge the depth perception on some of these, which is a little annoying, but I mean, I get it. Come on. It's those damn pillbox physics here. It's not the worst thing, like I said. I will gladly take that for having to get a gem through the level here. But it does lead to some frustrating moments. Oh, the bats are gonna spawn. I guess the bats spawn in a particular area here. There we go. Yeah, I'm a little more surprised we didn't see more platformers take this approach than every one of them that copied Mario 64. Because there's something ingenious about moving through the levels like this. Because even Spyro is basically Mario 64 in a certain way. It's not that the Crash games didn't sell well. Crash games sold very well. Okay. Yeah, they just throw lives into here. Like it's there are levels that are designed to eat through those lives, but they're not that bad. Or at least, yeah. Okay, there we go. Comparatively speaking, it's way easier to just deal with. Although, I believe one of those levels is here. It's here! Welcome to hell, everybody. It is a road to nowhere.